Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a line that I think will be a much interesting one for you. We're gonna have the Shadow Swampert up in front, at the back the Shadow Drapion, and in between I'm gonna fit that Altaria. The reason I use Altaria over Skarmory is gonna be the Lantern, so Lantern is gonna be a very nice counter to the Skarmory. We do not like that, a lot of trainers tend to have it at the back, so Altaria can have a much better matchmaking with that Pokemon. So we're having now the Shadow Drapion going pretty harsh against the Noctowl, able to get there to the crunch, and also we can pressure for that final Aqua Tail if they come in with the Medicham. Okay, it is gonna be the Medicham, so we cannot pressure. The counter damage is just too much for us. Doesn't matter though, we can still go in with the Altaria, tank those ice punches, while we can definitely take a shield out of them with our Sky Attack. Not only we have pressured them in using the shield, but also now we have put them at a range that the Hydro Cannon can connect for big damage and lethal on the Medicham. They get to the Power Punch for the bait. That was a mistake, trainer, because now I'm just gonna use my shield on your next move, whatever it is, even the Power Punch, I don't care at all. Able to get there to the Hydro Cannon. At the back there is gonna be the Kofagrigus, and of course now we kinda stand victorious here if they try to manage and farm us down, because they cannot do that. And of course here comes the move, so down goes my Swampert, and it all depends on my Altaria. Can we finish off this Pokemon? This is a race to the charge attack that we are gonna win, and that is gonna be a fantastic first game for this amazing team. Into the next one now. And Swampert will go up against the Obstacle, a pretty solid and interesting lead scenario, because this one can turn towards the Obstacle favor if they manage to get the boost here on the first one. So let's see if they can do that, because I will let that Nutslash go through. They are not gonna get the boost, and of course now can go for the Hydro Cannon for that damage on their shield. So we have the shield advantage. I'm pretty sure Altaria can go in, tank those moves, and still farm down, getting out of here almost with a Sky Attack ready to go. So they're gonna get to another Night Slash. This Pokemon is pretty spammy, especially with the counters and the Night Slashes. No boost yet, I was kinda lucky on that factor. Anyways, gonna get now to the Sky Attack. They have a Glassimon like the Shadow, like the Drapion. I have the Shadow Drapion, they have a regular one, which means now that I just need those Aqua Tails to do all the work. I'm pretty sure that till I reach to the next Aqua Tail, I will put them at a point that it will finish them off. So here comes now another move. This time I have to block it, because no reason at all to risk anything here. Gone overform as well, because I'm seeing that they are not throwing Aqua Tails but instead the crunches, so it means I can definitely reach to the Aqua Tail, but they managed to survive, and that was a bummer. I'm just gonna spend my shield here. I was not expecting that, but still I had to preserve some HP points on my Drapion. Now I'm gonna land this crunch, trying to catch the Weather Ball. I will not do that, so they can reach easy here to the Blizzard to obliterate me, but still I have put them at a point that a few poison sticks will just do the trick now. And with the Obstacle returning to the fight, they have no chance at all, because they have almost no HP at all. One Aqua Tail and they are done. Aeris into the next one. I have no clue who that is, and we got the Deoxys up against us. So let's get to those back-to-back Hydro Cannons, able to deal more than 50%, which is pretty neat. One more and Deoxys is out of the way. So I'm just gonna block the first one, because most trainers tend to go for that Psycho Boost, but instead they get to the Rock Slide, which was weird, and I'm trying to catch here the Psycho Boost on my Shadow Drapion. That was not successful, so they're just gonna get to that Rock Slide, which is pretty cool for them, but not for me. Able to get there now to the crunch for some extra damage, about 50% on the poor double, and I have the Aqua Tail ready to go, because I know this is gonna be a CMP, and I do not want to spend the shield for this matchup with my Drapion. And I'm gonna go in with the Altaria, because I know I can farm down before they even reach to a move, and that was pretty safe for my flyer. Deoxys returns to the battle. You know what, I'm just gonna let that go through. No reason at all to block here, just a Psycho Boost, and now they come back with the Leaky Tank as their third Pokemon. So that was a very interesting team composition, pretty bulky as well, pretty spammy, but overall Altaria does have the upper hand, so we can definitely tank those Body Slams. Leak damage is not resisted, but still it will never be enough to finish me off, so that I can pressure even more here with my Dragon Breaths. And you know what, I'm just gonna shield here, because I know that I can survive the leaks and still pressure with my Dragon Breaths before finishing me off. I know they cannot reach to the Psycho Boost right in time, time, so I can just farm down with my neutrally shadowy Matsuts here, with Shadow Swampert dealing a lot of damage even with the fast attack. Into the next one now with the Noctowl up on the lead, pretty solid lead. This one, well, we just have to go for the Hydro Cannons, but with this line I want to provoke the next Pokemon that they have at the back with my Shadow Drapion, so that's why I'm gonna use it most likely most of the times on this video as a body part to take those hits on itself. Doesn't matter at all, just gonna go there with the crunch now because they have a lock-on user, which means that we can just go ahead and spam our moves. They cannot farm us down for sure, they have to spend some shields. And now we're just gonna get there to the Swampert with the total farm down. I'm gonna seal this one because it can be fatal at this point and we're Shadow, so they know I'm gonna try to farm them down. They return to the battle with the Noctowl and I have another Hydro Cannon ready to go. However, I get a little bit too greedy there, not gonna throw right on time, so I'm just gonna over farm right now. I think at that point I lost track of energy for some reason and that was a mistake for sure. I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, do not do that when you're playing Go Battle League, it is a mistake. So at the back they are gonna have the Medicham, and to be honest, even that Ice Punch will not be enough to finish us off. They get to the Psychic and yeah, this is pretty much an end game for them. Into the next one now, and we're facing an opponent with a Bastardon up on the lead. You love to see it. After those multiple bad lead scenarios, we just have to rest a little bit. Shadow Swampert is definitely catching a break here, and now they're gonna bring to the fight the Gliscor. You know what, I'm just gonna bring my Shadow Drapion since I took a shield out of you. Right now we can go in definitely with my Shadow Drapion dealing a lot of work against them. Just gonna block the Earthquake because that was kinda obvious, I believe, and now we can pressure a lot for that Aqua Tail damage. If they take it, it's absolutely awesome. I know that Bastardon is gonna come back into the fight, but Aqua Tail is still gonna do a lot of work against them. So here comes the first one, and I can definitely outspeed here to another one. That is awesome, and I think that before I faint I can reach to an extra one. Yes, we definitely can. Shadow Drapion really flexing its spammingness. So another one to put the Bastardon on the red, and now we can definitely farm down with our Swampert. We're gonna win this battle, of course, because of pure alignment, because at the back they got the Trevenant, and of course now we can definitely put this Pokemon to rest actually with our Sky Attack. So down they go. I think they already got tired of this battle, so I'm just gonna get now to the Sky Attack, and I think that one Matsup will be more than enough to finish them off. They're gonna fire off a move. Okay, you know what, just gonna do it, I don't care at all. Shadow Swampert or even the regular Swampert absolutely appreciate those moves, so they barely tickle our Pokemon. Ninetales on its Alolan form, which is not good for this line, especially with Charm, because it can definitely melt down my Swampert. Hopefully though they're not gonna spend 2 shields, right? Oh my goodness, I hope they are not, because now I have to block here for sure. I need that Pokemon out of the way as soon as possible, and we got the Earthquake for big damage, but they end up shielding. That was a bummer. They got at the back the Swampert. This is not looking that good, because a Charmer up in front can definitely be a horrible scenario for me, especially if they double shielded, and they did it over here. So now they're gonna get to their move, to the Hydro Cannon, which is coming from a Shadow Swampert as well. So you know what, I'm just gonna take those moves. I know that I'm only one Charm away from dying, so I'm just gonna try to nuke down that Pokemon with a potential Moonblast, but instead they come in with a Stunfisk. That was a pretty smart play, and now I have to go in with a Drapion. Drapion able to get there to the Aqua Tails, and this is one reason that I prefer Aqua Tail over the Sludge Bomb. We can spam those moves kinda with ease, and we have to block now the imminent move because it's all up to Shadow Drapion. This battle is super close. Able to get there to the Aqua Tail. I'm not gonna deal much to finish them off, but a few Poison Stings later we can do that and we can reach to the final Aqua Tail. However, they can survive. This is a race to the Charge Attack, we can win it, and Sky Attack will be more than enough to finish off the Stunfisk from this point of HP. Into the next one, that battle was crazy, and we're having a Walrein up on the lead. This is one very bad lead for our team because we do not like it at all. The Swampert is not appreciating those Icicle Spears. Of course, the ice moves also are not appreciated by the Dragon Flying Pokemon at the back, and they can still beat off my Shadow Drapion. How can we overcome this obstacle? Because we can land the Earthquake now, and that was the key element that we needed, the reason that I enjoy the Earthquake over the Sludge Wave. You can reach there, nuke down neutral opponents that otherwise you couldn't, so that Shadow Swampert can surprise the enemy and definitely beat them down. I tried to bait at the start, did not work at all, and because they were about 50%, they were thinking, you know what, this is just another Hydro Cannon, we can barely survive, so no reason at all to shield. And look at me now, we're just winning this entire thing. So Ice Punch here is gonna be blocked. Just gonna get to the crunch. They managed to catch the crunch on the Gliscor, but to be honest, it makes no sense at all because I can still finish them off with a potential Aqua Tail here. Gonna overfarm just a little bit because I know they want 5 of those wing attacks for the first one, 4 for the second, and now I can go in with my Altaria, able to get hit by the Ice Punch, and just one crunch will seal the deal against that Medicham, and we're gonna just take an amazing victory here. But the previous one was much more amazing because it was much more close and we played it super correctly. So another bad lead, this time against the Pelipper. Those are the things that we are afraid mostly with your Swampert. The grass types can still be kinda problematic, but I think that with a little bit of rotation you can absolutely destroy them down. But against Pelipper, against Walrein, especially Walrein, you do not have a lot of options. So switching out to the Shadow Drapion is our best choice here. We took a shield out of them, and to be honest, that is pretty much a very nice thing to do. So now with the Pelipper out of the way, I can only assume that they are not having another hard counter to my Swampert, and of course my assumption was pretty much wrong because they got the Trevenant. So now I'm just gonna spam those Hydro Cannons and hope for the best. Hopefully though we got 2 shields while they have 1, and we can outspeed here to the next Hydro Cannon and to the next Seed Bomb. So here comes the Seed Bomb, just gonna block it. We are already there on that double Hydro Cannon range. 1 for the shield. Oh, they're not blocking. Okay, I love it already. So we have a double Hydro Cannon coming off from our Pokemon, and we have enough HP to survive one Rock Slide with our Altaria, which can be the key actually. So here comes now another big move, Hydro Cannon on the CMP. I think this is gonna be the Earthquake. Okay, undercharging it, which makes sense, but still we can definitely completely farm down. Not even gonna reach to the move because we were counting correctly, and we know that 5 Matsups are gonna be just a whole Rock Slide. They cannot get there, so that was a pretty safe farm down. Aqua Tail now into that Stunfisk on the switch after another horrible lead scenario with a grass type. Not that much of a bad lead as Walrein is, but still it is gonna be super bad for the Swampert individually because the backline can definitely handle it. So Shadow Drapion really doing a lot of work here on the switch, and we're just gonna block the next move because it can be fatal for us, and we get a lot of energy to spare. So here comes now another Aqua Tail. They are not gonna block it, and we definitely sealed it twice here, but still it might be worth because now Venusaur has to face our Altaria. Able to get there now to the crunch. Are they gonna respect the damage? Yes, they are, but we can reach to another one. However, here comes the CMP with the Frenzy Plant to finish us off. Really nice energy management by the enemy as well. They are not switching out yet, which is kinda cool for me. I know I can take those Sludge Bombs by all means, and now it can reach to the Sky Attack. I don't care even if they catch on their Sableye. I can still go in with my Swampert and start pressuring a lot with those Hydro Cannons. They still have the shield, they have to use it at some point. Here it is, trainers. So now I'm just gonna pressure even more. I know that if that's gonna be a foul play, we might be able to survive. However, it is gonna be the return, and that was a bummer. Able to get there to another move, and the foul play. Can we farm down? Of course we can. The Sky Attack is ready to go. No Frenzy Plant is ready, so we're just gonna obliterate the grass type with that final second Dragon Breath to that Sableye to charge up our Pokemon to the Sky Attack, and that's gonna be a fantastic game. Into the next one now with the Victory Bell up in front, and they are switching into their Bastiodon to catch the crunch. That was awesome for them, and I'm just gonna keep pressuring with the Aqua Tails. I know they will farm me down, and I know I cannot threat for a shield here, which is a bummer, but let's see if this trainer actually messes it up. I don't remember at all. This is my final Aqua Tail. Will they shield? I want them to shield, but no, they know better. Of course they do. So down I go to the SmackDown, and now I have to return into the battle with my Shadow Swampert while the Victory Bell will have the upper hand, which means that my Altaria has to do all the remaining work on the closing scenario. Switching immediately out of there to my Altaria. At the back there is gonna be the Deoxys, so this is gonna be the OG Grassel team that Wallower was using back in season 2, 3, something like that. So we're having now the shield on their Pokemon. It is gonna be the Thunderbolt big shield here because we want our Altaria alive and well. Perhaps we're gonna use our Swampert at some point like a dummy because we want to sacrifice some energy on that Pokemon. It is gonna be the Psycho Boost. We don't care at all. We know that we double resist those Razor Leaves, but we're still kinda low. Can we finish them off before they finish off ourselves? Because yes, we can train Altaria for the big win. This really matters here, and that is gonna be a fantastic end game for our video. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.